Once a stranger youth to Corinth came, who in Athens lived, but hoped that he from a certain townsman there might claim as his father's friend kind courtesy. Son and daughter they had been wont to say should thereafter bride and bridegroom be. But can he that boon so highly prized, saved his dearly bought, now hope to get? They are Christians and have been baptized, he and all of his are heathens yet. For a newborn creed, like some lonesome weed, love and truth to root oft will threat. Father, daughter had all gone to rest, and the mother only watches late. She receives with courtesy the guest, and conducts him to the room of state. Wine and food are brought ere by him besought. Bidding him good night, she leaves him straight. But he feels no relish now, in truth, for the dainties so profusely spread. Meat and drink forgets the wearied youth, and he still dressed lays him on the bed. Scarce are closed his eyes when a foreman hies through the open door with silent tread. By his glimmering lamp discerns he now how in veil and garment white arrayed, with the black and gold band around her brow, glides into the room a bashful maid. But she, at his sight, lifts her hands so white, and appears as though full sore afraid. "Am I," she cries, "such a stranger here that the guests approach they could not name? Ah, they keep me in my cloister drear, well nigh feel I vanquished by my shame. On thy soft couch now slumber calmly thou, I'll return as swiftly as I came." "Stay thou, fairest maiden," cries the boy, starting from his couch with eager haste. "Here are Ceres, Bacchus, gifts of joy, and more bringest thou with beauty graced. Thou art pale with fear, loved one, let us here prove the raptures of immortal's taste. Draw not nigh, O youth, afar remain, rapture now can never smile on me. For the fatal step, alas, is taken, through my mother's sick bed fantasy. Cured she made this oath, youth and nature both shall henceforth to heaven devoted be. From the house so silent now are driven all the gods who reigned supreme of yore. One invisible now rules in heaven, on the cross a Savior they adore. Victims slay here neither lamb nor steer, but the altars reek with human gore." And he lists, and every word he weighs, while his eager soul drinks in each sound. "Can it be now before my grace stands my loved one on this silent ground? Pledge to me thy troth. Through our father's oath, with heaven's blessing, will our love be crowned." "Kindly youth, I can never be thine. 'Tis my sister they intended for thee. When I am in the silent cloister pine, ah, with her arms remember me. Thee alone I love, while love's pangs I prove, soon the earth will veil my misery. No, for this glowing flame I swear, Hymen hath proper to us shown. Let us to my father's house repair, and thou shalt find joy not yet flown. Sweetest, here then stay, and without delay hold we now our wedding feast alone." Then exchange they tokens of their truth. She gives him a golden chain to wear, and a silver chalice would the youth give her in return of beauty rare. "That is not for me, yet I beg of thee, one lock only give me of thy hair." Now the ghostly hour of midnight knelled, and she seemed right joyous at the side. To her pallid lips the cup she held, but she drank of naught but blood-red wine. For to taste the bread there before them spread, naught he spoke could make the maid incline. To the youth the goblet then she brought, he too quaffed with eager joy the bowl. Love to crown the silent feast he sought. Ah, full love-sick was the stripling's soul. From his prayer she shrinks, till at length he sinks on the bed and weeps without control. And she comes and lays her near the boy. "How I grieve to see thee sorrowing so! If thou think'st to clasp my form with joy, thou must learn this secret sad to know. Yes, the maid whom thou callest thy loved one now is as cold as ice, though white as snow." Then he clasped her madly in his arm, while love's youthful might pervades his frame. "Thou mightest hope when with me to grow warm, even if from the grave thy spirit came, breath for breath and kiss, overflow of bliss. Dost not thou, like me, feel passion's flame?" Love still closer rivets now their lips, tears they mingle with the rapture blessed. From his mouth the flame she wildly sips, each is with the other's thought possessed. His hot odor's flood warms her chilly blood, but no heart is beating in her chest. In her care to see what not went wrong, Now the mother happened to draw near. The door long hearkened she, full long, wondering at the sounds that greet her ear. Tones of joy and sadness, in love's blissful madness, as of bride and bridegroom they appear. From the door she will not now remove, till she's gained full certainty of this. And with anger hears she vows of love, soft caressing words of mutual bliss. Hush, the cock's loud strain, but thou come again when the night returns, then kiss on kiss. Then her wrath the mother cannot hold, but unfastens straight the lock with ease. In this house our girls become so bold as to seek in strangers thus to please? By her lamp's clear glow looks she in, and sight of horror! 'Tis her child she sees. Fain the youth would in his first alarm, with the veil that cover her had been spread, with the carpet shields his love from harm, but she cast them from her, void of dread, and with spirit's strength, in its spectre's length, lifts her figure slowly from the bed. Mother, mother, thus her lips wane, may not I one night of rapture share? From the warm couch I am chased away. Do I waken only to despair? It contents not thee to have driven me an untimely shroud of death to wear. But from out of my coffin's prison's bounds by a wondrous fate I am forced to rove, while the blessings and the chanting sound of your priests delight in useless prove. Water, salt, or vain fervent youth to chain. On earth can never cool down love. When that infant vow of love was spoken, Venus's radiant temple smiled on both. Mother, thou our promise since hath broken, fettered by a strange deceitful oath. God, though hearken nearer, should a mother swear to deny her daughter's plighted troth? From my grave to wander I am forced, still to seek the good's long severed link, still to love the bridegroom I have lost, and the lifeblood of his heart to drink. When his race is run I must hasten on, and the youngest must neath my vengeance sink. Beauteous youth, no longer mayest thou live, here must shriveled up thy form so fair. Did not I to thee a token give, taking in return this lock of hair? View it as thy sorrow, great thou be tomorrow, only to grow brown again when there. Mother, to this final prayer give ear. Let a funeral pile be straightened away dressed. Open up then my cell so sad and drear, that the flames may give the lovers rest. When ascends the fire from the glowing pyre, to the gods of old we hasten to bless.